Incoming transmission.
The Klingonese word of the day is lop.
These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise.
So, this is a huge victory for the good guys.
Scotty, beam me up.
Resistance is futile.
Live long and prosper.
To boldly go where no man has gone before.
Greetings and welcome to the Computer Resume podcast, the show covering the entire Star Trek franchise in chronological order for fans new and old. I'm your host, writer-comedian, Mr. Todd A. Davis. Okay, folks, this is it. This is the end of 2023. This is our last episode. We will be going on a break.
We were on a break!
Till January 22nd. And on January 22nd, we will release our first episode of our coverage of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. I'm really excited about it. We're going to start right at the beginning, Season 1, Episode 1.
A very good place to start.
With our very special guest, Mr. Patrick Cunningham. So this is kind of our state of the podcast. Here's what's been going on. Here's what we're going to be doing in the future. And we've got a lot of fun stuff planned, but we wanted to keep you guys in the loop since you've been so good about listening and following and supporting, at least some of you anyway. So after our first new episode on January 22nd, we will be releasing new episodes every 2 weeks rather than every week. So we're doing this for a few reasons. One, I'm actually doing more stand-up. And that requires a lot of prep and a lot of travel and a lot of writing and, staying in touch with other performers and venues and producers and bookers and so on and so forth. Another reason is I'm also starting a new D&D actual play show. And that, of course, if you're familiar with Dungeons & Dragons, requires a ton of prep work. So I will definitely have my hands full with that. And the last reason is Strange New Worlds only has 2 seasons out so far. So on this new schedule, this will actually allow us to finish the first 2 seasons of Strange New Worlds by the end of 2024. And hopefully by then we'll be right around the corner from some new episodes. And then maybe we can actually start covering things live, or maybe doing some watch along recordings. I don't know, we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Some other things that are coming up from us in 2024, we are going back to Trading Card Tuesdays. It's been a while since I've cracked open a pack on camera for you guys. I really enjoyed doing that, and I just kind of got away from it. The days and the editing and responsibilities and the duties and creative fun of hosting the show, unfortunately, did not allow me to continue doing a lot of Trading Card Tuesdays. But in 2024, I promise I will get back to opening up some of those cards and doing maybe some trivia with whoever decides to watch. In fact, I might be doing those not on Instagram. I might actually be doing them on Twitch. In addition to Trading Card Tuesdays on Twitch, we'll do, watch me edit. If you like that sort of thing, I don't know that I could sit and watch somebody edit, but I'll be doing it on Twitch. So if you'd like to watch me edit the show and sort of get, an in-depth, up-close and personal look at how Computer Resume podcast is actually put together, I will be doing that on Twitch. I'll also be, beefing up my computer so that I can start playing some Star Trek games online. And of course, I'll be doing that on Twitch as well. We're also going to be adding some more merch to our Patreon. I've got some great t-shirt ideas, and I'm sort of refining those down right now to get those on some t-shirts and get those added to the Patreon. So if you are currently not supporting us on Patreon, seriously consider dropping us a few bucks on Patreon and get yourself some of our pretty sweet swag. I know we've already got at least, our logo t-shirt. And I think there's a mug and a few other things. There's some fun stuff on there. Also, if you want to hear your name in the episodes, if you support us, I say your name in the episode. So if that's your thing, absolutely jump on, throw us a couple bucks, buy us a drink. That's all we're asking for. Just buy us a drink. And we'll continue to have some fun. I'm also planning on attending more Star Trek events in 2024, so be prepared to see me out and about. I've already contacted a few conventions and shows, and of course there was some stuff that I did last year, in 2023, which hopefully will come back around in 2024. Maybe not. I don't know. I think I made a good impression on quite a few folks, so hopefully there may be some invites in the not too distant future for your old pal, Mr. Todd A. Davis, to come back to some Star Trek events, and maybe even some new ones. So come on out, see me, get some selfies. We'll nerd out about Trek and anything else you want to talk about. So that's pretty much everything covering the state of the podcast. I guess lastly, I am making contact with some more Star Trek cast members and a few other folks as the franchise continues to develop. So keep your eyes open for new guests coming on the show. We're still going to have your old favorites. My family, friends, comedians, and other Star Trek creatives, they're going to be back on the show quite a bit. I always love talking with them. So look forward to your favorites and look forward to some new faces. It's going to be great. We're going to have a really great time this year. So I also just wanted to take a few minutes and thank everyone who came on in 2023. And if you haven't heard these episodes, I highly recommend it. First of all, thank you so much to Professor Caroline Davis, who came on and we discussed the life and work of Susan Oliver, the first green girl in the Star Trek franchise. That was a wonderful conversation. From Star Trek Enterprise, Menina Fortunato. Speaking of green girls, Menina Fortunato, who was an absolute delight, along with Connor Trenier. Trip Tucker himself came on the show. From Star Trek Prodigy, Bonnie Gordon. Authors, Alan J. Porter and Michael LeBlanc. Alan J. Porter quite literally wrote the book on Star Trek comic books, and it's a wonderful read. I highly, highly recommend checking out his book, as well as Michael LeBlanc. He's been on the show numerous times, and his book, Dink, D&D in the Coffin Hold of the USS Enterprise, is out and available now. I highly, highly recommend you get yourself a copy. The Keeper of the Chronology, Mr. Jason Keener. And don't think I won't have him back on the show soon, because that Strange New Worlds Lower Decks crossover, yeah, we're going to dive into that. Comedians Patrick Cunningham, Melly Kazel, Danny Rydell, and Ben Jennings. Artist Supreme Sensei Ha. From the BQN Network, Davey Willett, Amy Nelson, and the butteriest shoulders, Mr. Matt Jennings. The writer of Con the Musical, Brent Black. Star Trek superfan Kevin Hebenstreit. The Weird Al of the Star Trek universe, Mr. Ian Star-Wrecked Ramsey. From the Nerdpreneur podcast, Frank Bailey. Our dear, dear friend, Ren Sims. From Trek Fest in Riverside, Iowa, the future birthplace of Captain James T. Kirk, Mr. Travis Riggin. Sci-fi drag queen extraordinaire, Flip Kicky. Legendary Star Trek comic book creators, Heather Antos and J.K. Woodward. From the More You Nerd podcast and Cosmic Crit, Drew Burris. My partners in crime from Cinema Shock, Gary Horn and Justin Bishop. Project manager over Modifius Entertainment's Star Trek Adventures game, Jim Johnson. From Star Trek The Next Generation, Elizabeth Dennehy. And from Deep Space Nine, Chase Masterson. The amazing music of Sire. They were gracious enough to let me use one of their tracks in my first Star Trek dramatic reading this year. Be sure to check them out at syrmusic.com. And of course, the absolute love of my life, your executive producer, Mrs. Kat Davis. Well, folks, I think that just about wraps it up. And you can reach me at Mr. Todd A. Davis on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, and D&D Beyond as long as they behave themselves. So from all of us to all of you, live long and prosper this holiday season, and I'll see you in 10 Forward.
Support us on Patreon and like, rate, review, and share on all your favorite platforms. Feel free to send us your subspace transmissions to computerresumepodcast@gmail.com or at Computer Resume on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. The Computer Resume podcast was created and produced by Mr. Todd A. Davis. Our logo was designed by Will Martin and Justin Bishop. The opening theme was produced by Justin Bishop, and our outro music was provided with permission by Dronode. Additional music was provided by Mr. Todd A. Davis and Gary Horn, and the voice of Computer Resume podcast and executive producer, me, Kat Davis. Hashtag LLAP. We'll see you next time.
Going through a Star Trek. We're doing Star Trek stuff in space. We probably got some phasers and shuttle pods, and we're gonna find a brand new race.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?